Hello all, welcome back to Crafting with Kara. I am here for a halfway whip down on the Olympics. My goal was during the Olympics, during these 2 weeks, to try and get as many like almost done projects to completely done as possible. And so here's a halfway update. During the opening ceremonies, I got through this little number. This one was super almost done, and all I needed was just like the little end finishing off, which is great. I didn't block it. To be honest, I don't know if I will. It's super slouchy, and I love it. This is a free hedgehog fiber pattern, and it's two different weight yarns, and it's brioche knit, which is really fun. So when you fold that brim up, you can see the knit side with the other kind of yarn. The inside is 2 fingering weights, and then this one is like crazy bulky. So real fun, especially if you've got like scraps of fingering weight. The bulky one, I used like a whole ball, so that one's hardly scraps, but the other stuff is definitely scrappy. And it's just so fun and crazy colorful. Right now in Chicago, it's getting to be like that fun, warm spring like feeling winter where it's like 37 degrees, and I think it'll even get to low 50s this week. Pew, 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 pew. So this is a great hat for when it's just a little crisp in the air rather than completely actually cold. So this one is now done. Huzzah! I get to tell Ravelry that it is finished. The next thing that I finished took a little bit longer, but I think last time on the video, it was about halfway done, and now it is completely finished. So that's another one of my Melt the Ice hats. This one is for a friend. There's 1 row of Morse code, and it's abolish ice, and I don't remember the other sentence, but she knows what the message is, and that's what's exciting. Mine, the one that I made for myself first, I did 2 rows of Morse code, and I gotta say, this doesn't look nearly as great as hers does. And so in the future, I think just 1 row of Morse code is definitely the way to go. But for me, it's great to know that this one's my hat and this one's her hat. I cast on a new project as much as I shouldn't have, because I got more red yarn and I'm making a 3rd Melt the Ice hat. This one, oh, I wish you guys could reach through and feel how soft this is. I think this is the softest thing that I've ever knit, that I've ever worked with. Like, this yarn is just amazing. And I've worked with cashmere, and I've worked with silk blends before and things like that. I don't think I've ever worked with 100% cashmere, because that would be crazy. But expensive, I mean. But this is so soft, it's almost making me regret that this is a gift. I want to keep it for myself, make like mittens because it's so soft. But I bet there'll be extra. This is worsted weight, and I'll even show you just in case you want to get this lusciousness for yourself. I got this at Yarnify in Chicago, down in the Loop, next to Harold Washington Library. I think like 2 blocks away from that. And it's O. Can you see? There we go. By Haiku. And the reason it's so soft is because it's 100% baby alpaca. I'm not good enough at knowing how to make things focus. But it's 100% baby alpaca, which means that it is so soft. It is fantastic. And it's O by Haiku. Yeah, the Harold Washington Library was a really fun little stop that I visited as well when I went to Yarnify. That 9th floor has this gorgeous courtyard, and it's all like sunlit, and it's just beautiful, and it was really lovely. There was also a whole bunch of art around the library, so I was so excited to go there. They said that the 3rd floor had a maker space. I couldn't see it. I just didn't necessarily walk by it, but I did walk by a bunch of the art. And yeah, if you're ever in Chicago or if you're a local, I highly recommend just stopping into Harold Washington Library. It was awesome. I take the L all the time, and that's one of the L stops, and I've never been inside there, even though I pass it all the time. So I went in since I had some time. I knit on this a whole bunch. I think I was like here when it started. I got all the way to the Morse. Oh, wait, this is a different hat. I got all the way to the Morse code part on this hat. Did the Morse code sitting in that courtyard, loving life, thinking everything was fabulous, and then kept going and then finished off the rest of the hat like in the next day or so. So that was really awesome. I, again, highly recommend Harold Washington Library. It's not like you get like a sky view or anything. It's only 9 floors, but it was gorgeous, especially in the winter when everything's so dreary and you're like, oh, it's, you know, cloudy Chicago gray. It was so nice to go into like a sunlit area and see a bunch of greenery and just be able to sit. A bunch of people were doing work. Other people were reading. I was listening to an audiobook and knitting. It was really cool. And especially because I was knitting that Morse code, which I had deciphered, made it backwards, put it forwards, done the whole thing. I really felt cool that if it had been a moment where like I really was like a secret agent spy, I could have just knit that and then just left it right on the bench, like have it sit there. And then I walk away and somebody knows to pick up this and then read like the magic code that I wrote. So it's just fun to put yourself in that perspective, because especially in like the 40s and even before that in like World War I, this is what people were doing. And a lot of times it was women that were not necessarily ones that were, you know, especially in World War I, were willing or allowed to fight. And so it's cool that this is the way that people fought back. It just felt very historically connected and appropriate that people are fighting. So yeah, I finished one hat, which is awesome. I keep wearing this one all around because I'm going to, I like use it as a measurement to figure out how long. Which, the red one, the baby alpaca that I'm knitting, I think I've got to go to decreases soon. My ribbing is almost done, which is great. So that means that this will be done definitely before the Olympics is up. And during the opening Olympics the opening ceremony, I not only finished this hat, but then I also picked up this little number to try and figure that out. So I finished making the rib. And then I've got this, I got all the way up to here. And now what's bad is that I only have this little bit left of string. So I was thinking I can double back and officially make it a headband, but I can also just kind of cast it off and have it be one of those weird hat, like it would be like a hat headband, but it's for like when I want to wear a ponytail and yet I still want to wear something that warms me. So it's essentially a headband, but it's got significant decreases. So that way it feels on my head like I'm wearing a hat, and then I could have my ponytail out. I'm not sure. So we'll see. Either I rip this out and then start something new, or I cast it off and I finish it and figure out what to do next. So this one might be super finished next, or it might be a ball of yarn next. We will have to see. And then the last one, again, was just so close to being finished. I got my snake done. So last you saw it, it did not have a tail yet. And so here's the tail. It's all done. I gotta say, I had never done stuffing with amigurumi, and you're like closing it off. It was so weird to be like, it's super close to being done, shove some more stuffing in. So right now the tail is much firmer than like a lot of the other bits of the body, but I figure it'll migrate and get patted down and things like that. And then I made this tongue. Can you see that? There we go. So luckily for me, I had some of this hat. I have yet to do the tassels for these. For my friends, she doesn't want a tassel. And for me, I'm honestly torn between whether or not I want a tassel. But I knew that I wanted to use the red from those hats to make this little snake tongue. So you can see it's got like multicolor red to it, which I think is really fun. You can see like little bits of lighter bits, especially on that tongue forking. And then it's just red and it looks really great. Right now it's real curled, so that way it looks like this, but you can uncurl it and make it longer. I thought about, I know somebody at my knit club at my library crochets things and then adds like stiff liquid or something to it to make, doilies become like rigid, or she does it with earrings, so that way it's not like floppy fabric. So I thought about trying to like look into stiff liquid to make it so that the snake is a little bit more rigid. But I don't know. I like the fact that it's curling. It makes it a little shorter, and that it's like another thing to play with. If it's rigid, then suddenly it's not as fun to play with, since this is for going to be for when a kid turns 5. But I think it looks great. You can see the eyes are really like the safety eyes are great. A librarian helped me do this too. So this one's really fun. I'm excited that it's completely finished. It finally happened. It was like 98% done for so long. So it's nice to have this like push to be like, I'm finished. So yeah, this is exciting. So here's another whip down. I wish I had more to brag about, but I do not. These red hats, this is the one that's attached to the one I'm still making. They're definitely taking more of my time. Once I'm done with this one, I think I'll shift on to trying to finish more things. I even at one point hoped I could like get an entire shawl done, one that I had just started that was a little triangle, but we are trucking along. Like the Olympics is already happening so much. So yeah, let me know if you are trying to get your whips down or anything like that. I know a few people in my knit clubs are being like, I am finishing projects for the first half of this year. That's what my goal is. So I feel like maybe it's just the internet algorithms that have been giving me things, but that it seems like a lot of other people are trying to do the same thing. So let me know if you're whipping down, or if you are excited about everything and you're casting on new and exciting things. So yeah. Before I sign off, I thought let's get a little mahogany. She's so sleepy. Oh, stretch as soon as she hears it. Yeah. Hello. Hey, let me hold my phone. You're such a good girl. Yes, I will pet that belly. She's so sweet. And we have Ginger snoring on the other couch. So 2 sleepy puppies having a great day. Yeah, you're so good. If you're in the Chicago area, I, again, recommend Harold Washington Library, and I hope you enjoy the weather that's coming up. It's going to be great. And yeah, I even have plans to go to the zoo with the niece that this is going to get. But, her birthday's in July, so this is coming later. But yeah, we're going to go to the zoo on one of the warm days coming up. If you are in the Chicago area, or really anywhere from Illinois, the zoo is free all of February except for President's Day. So yeah, if you've got time, enjoy the weekend or anything, because it's free in February, baby. All right. I'm going to sign off so I can keep making my melt the ice hats. And then maybe on to something else. Who knows? I like that headband or something. Oh, it's so soft. I love this yarn. Thank you, Yarnify. It's the best. And it smells nice too. All right. Have a fantastic day. And enjoy yourself. Happy February. Today's Friday the 13th. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. That means today's Galentine's Day. Woo! Galentine's! So